day number 2 of morning yoga. A little bit later in the morning here, so it is starting to get a little bit hot. So probably about the same length as we did yesterday. So nice and short, and then we'll try and sort of up the flow a little bit, like I said, each day. So day 2 through to day 7. So pretty simple stuff again today. So hopefully, if you're doing this, it might be first thing in the morning. Look, you can do them any time of day, but try and get in the habit of doing them daily, so you can sort of develop a bit of a routine with it anyway, and sort of get the benefits from it. All right, as I said, pretty simple. We're just going to start today. We're just going to do just a seated pose to start. A couple of shoulder rolls. So we're going to open up that chest, and then we're just going to start with some side bends. So when we're going to do side bends, you might go forearm down, arm down, and just lengthen that arm across, so we get that real stretch in that lower back and that glute, and stretch across. Inhale up, and then stretch the other side. So just a seated side bend, and then we're going to add a seated twist. So we're going to go here, we're going to come up, and just a seated twist. So bend, come up, and then get that release. So a lot of what we do is a twist. When we get that twist, we're going to start to develop that release. And today's is more about relax and kind of release any kind of stress, any kind of build up you've got there. Up, especially when we're stuck on our hunched over mobile phones, computers, we're hunched over. Open up the chest, arms up and back. It's like someone's pulling your elbows back, and then just back to those side bends. Side bend. It's a really good release for that back. Chest. In with the breath. Open up those arms, pull those elbows back and down. Just one more time, up and then back. Pull it back. Shake it out. As I said, you can do these any time of day. It's just a really good way to kind of relax and, you know, release it. Okay, we're just going to come over. Everyone's favourite pose, child's pose. So just kind of go hips open, toes together, lean back, sink their forehead down. And we're going to go from child's pose just forward to a modified plank. So you stretch, and we're just going to go back and forth. So really simple. As I said, each day we'll sort of make it a little bit harder, but I don't want to push it too fast. But as I said, today's more about a relax, just a bit of a release pose. Now when you come forward, we can sort of roll it side to side, and we can get a release in the side from the lower back, and then take it back, child's pose, forward modified plank. And then this time, we're going to come back, we're going to go child's pose, we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to bring the left arm under and roll it all the way through. And we're just going to do that each side. Just back and forth. Still get that release in the hips. And now we'll sort of work, you know, more that upper back. So breathe in, and then exhale, breathe there. We'll do 2 more each side. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think. If you have any sort of feedback, let me know if you're doing them. Could be positive, could be negative feedback. If you want more of the same, I'm going to definitely do some more and sort of up the tempo as time goes on. Okay, now next one. Shoulder rolls. We're going to do what we call a frog stretch. So we're going to go hips a bit further apart, so we're going to really open up those hips, and then we're going to come forward on our elbows, and then really sort of sink down and sort of rock back and forth, so we get that real release in the hips. And then what we're going to use, sink back, push back, then forward, exhale, But as we sink back, we're going to sink down and widen those hips a little bit further each time. This is a great pose. Really open up the hips. You can reach forward, sink down further. You can sort of move around in the pose. And sort of go side to side. You can thread the needle here like we did with child's pose. So we get upper back and hips release as well. Ooh, it's getting hot here already. So it's a long weekend here, so it's a little bit later in the morning. We usually kind of do these first thing. So down, we'll do 2 more breaths. Breathe in, and then sink down and widen those hips. Breathe in, sink down. And then the way to come out of it is just kind of rock it forward. Come out. Come over, shake it out. So we'll move into the next one, which is going to be like our runner's lunge. Just shake it out and just come into a low lunge. And what we're going to do here is just line up ankle and knee, but then we're going to rock it back. So we're going to get a hip flexor release forward and then back. So we're like a runner's lunge. Forward on the inhale, exhale, stretch, breathe in, and then exhale, release. Just back and forth a little. So perfect to do first thing in the morning. As I said, develop it into your routine. You can do these sort of things after a workout if you want. Don't have to be a morning, or something before you go to bed even. Yeah, this time just come up, shoulders back. We're just going to come into a mudra. So we're going to lace the fingers, and we're going to hinge forward so you get that release here, plus open up that chest again. So you're here on that exhale, we're going to sink down and push forward. Back, and then forward. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, and 1 more. Excellent. Now before we go to the other side, we're just going to come up into a pyramid stretch. Now you can stay runner's lunge, but we just want to increase that. We want to straighten this front leg and get that release in that hamstring. Both feet pointed forward, relax, and then head towards the knee and exhale. It's a really good stretch. Calves, hamstring, you'll feel that. Release. Pyramid. And you just work at it. You know, just work at it little by little. If this is the first time you're doing these sorts of things, you're going to feel tight. You're going to feel like, oh, I can't get my hands down that low, but you just got to work at it. And again, that's the beauty of yoga. Your body adapts. And it adapts pretty quick too if you keep at it and keep a regular routine. Okay, swapping over. Low lunge the other side. Line up that ankle and knee. Hip flexor. And then back and forth. Back. And forward. And just sort of feel around, you know, kind of where you feel tight. Don't push it. Remember, use your breath to kind of release it. Don't over push it. We don't want to do it first time and think we're going to be maximum stretch first time. We want to sort of just work our way into it. Listen to your body. Back, hamstring stretch, forward, hip flexor in the left leg. And then this time, mudra. So mudra's lace the fingers, sink down, push forward. Breathe in, sink down. Two more breaths. Oh, I'm starting to sweat here already. And last Last one. Excellent. Okay, release. Come back. We're going to come into a down dog. So, hands and knees, and then we're going to come up the toes and come into our down dog. Now, if you're here, just sort of, as we did last time, just sort of pedal those legs, stretch the calves, stretch the hammies, full body stretch, core stretch. You can twist knee across, get a release, again, lower back. And then again, as I said, breathe in, go up on the toes, breathe in. And then try and sink down. We're going to, our ultimate goal is to get our heels down. Now again, you may not be there first time, but we want to work towards heels down, head towards the knee. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come into what we call a down dog scorpion. So we're going to lift one leg up, three-legged dog, and we're going to open it up. So we're going to stretch it out. So we're going to come up and then open it up. Really good release with that lower back. Try and hold that pose, use your breath. Roll that leg back and you can feel that real release in that lower back. And then come down and we'll go to the other side. Before we go to the other side, we'll just sink the heels down. Come up. Back. Excellent. Open up those hips. So hopefully you can feel that instant release. Down dog. Walk those legs again. 10 steps. 1. Walk it out. Just feel that release. Relax. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then this time we're going to come right leg back up again. We're going to come with what we call a full lunge. So we're going to swing it forward. And we're going to come into a lunge. So up. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a twist. So a bit of a core pose, a bit of a balance pose. Now if you can't do this first time, we're going to be in that core. This may be where you're at now. This may be too much already. But you want to get the elbow on the knee. Straighten that back leg. And we want to twist and open up that chest. So it's a full body, working the core, working the balance. And again, with each exhale, we're going to breathe in and we're going to turn and try and get those hands to about the middle of our chest is our goal. So we want to turn and twist. So again, maybe you won't be there first time, but we want to work towards it. Trying to keep that back leg straightened. Excellent. One more breath. Okay, release. Down, back to down dog. And we'll go to the other side. So we'll go the left leg up, forward, full lunge. Whoa. Lose your balance. And we're going to twist the other side. So I'm going to go right elbow and breathe in, straighten that right leg. How good does my hedge look? Just did the hedging yesterday. Thank you for noticing. Twist. Two more breaths. Excellent work. Okay, hands down. We're going to come back to a down dog. We've got one more little test, and we'll head back towards that seated bends to finish. But before we do that, we want to here walk the feet, elephant walk, walk the feet to the hands. And what we're going to do, we're going to come in, we're going to stay with that, with those twists. Just come into a forward fold, relax, stretch the hammies, just a little bend in the knees. Relax, grab the elbows, like we did on day one. And I'm going to turn and just face the front. What we're going to do here now is we're going to come into a chair pose. We're going to come down. Chair pose. Now with a chair we want the weight in the heels, we want to be able to wiggle the toes. Doesn't matter where you're at, and we're going to do those twists again. So we're going to try and go twist to one side, sink down, twist to the other side. We're going to go back and forth. If you need a break in between, you need to stand up, just stand up, shake it out. But no, this is our last one, so try and push yourself through it. We're going to do 2 more each side. Really good release, ribs, upper back. Here's one. You can feel that in the quads. One more each side. Shake it, push it. 2. Well done. One more. Twist. Excellent. Come into a forward fold. Shake out the arms. Now when I say come into a flat back, we want to keep either hands on the shins, hands down, and just keep our back straight, align that spine. Use that breath. And then we're going to finish where we started. So we're going to come on down to a seated position. We're going to a couple of shoulder rolls again. And we're going to finish with those side bends. Probably because they're my favourite. And that release we get. So side, up, twist, side. Up, twist, side. So a lot of what we get in stretches is long, and we don't do a lot of twisting, and that's where we want to get. When we twist, like we've done today, we get that release, that build up, that stress, any sort of toxins, they build up, we get the blood flow. Last one, twist, bend, arms up, fingers together, and we're going to open up those shoulders one more time. So you're going to go out, pull them back, and down. Done. So we'll finish there, guys. That is day number 2. I'm going to keep doing these for 7 days, so please let me know what you think. I hope you're enjoying them, and yeah, we'll see you for day 3.